Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra. Today I am going to talk about how to treat a fever as per Garuda Puran. The treatment of the fever is mentioned in Garuda Puran. I am going to talk about these all things. And before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Garuda Puran. This is Garuda Puran, and this is a most authentic and translation of Garuda Puran in English. So we all have to read Garuda Puran throughout our life, and many people talk about we have to read Garuda Puran at the date of the death of the someone, our beloved person. But this is not true. We have to read Garuda Puran throughout our life because we can learn many things from Garuda Puran. We can learn how to treatment of the particular disorder. We can learn how to mold particular metal, how to mold particular pulse or particular jewelry, how to make. We can learn many things from Garuda Puran. So we have to read, we have to learn how to do administration in a proper way, how to do management. So we can learn how to keep our psychology in particular, how to keep our psychology stabilized. We can learn from Garuda Puran. So we have to read Garuda Puran throughout our life. So let's start how to take a treatment of fever as per Garuda Puran. Fever diagnosis as per Garuda Puran. Dhanvantari continue. Susrat, I shall tell you of the diagnosis of the fever of different type and origin. The different type of fever and its origin. This is mentioned in Garuda Puran, and it has a many manifestation. The fever has a many manifestation, and high body temperature, low of energy, metal, eating away longevity of patient, delusion and loss of the consciousness, and it is caused due to the faulty or excess food intakes. Fever is only because of faulty and excess food intake. So many people have a different idea and different belief that why the fever is happen. Fever is only happen because of faulty and excessive food intake. Means if we are taking a food in our body, excess food in our body, then fever will happen. So this is mentioned in Garuda Puran. I am directly reading from Garuda Puran. So I am not telling anything from my side. I am directly telling whatever mentioned in Garuda Puran. It also comes because of extraneous influence, imbalance, and imbalances disorder. It's all about imbalance. Even Lord Krishna said the person who is eating very low or very means too low, and the particular who is eating very excess, that particular person will never become a yogi, and the particular person will never get the supreme personality godhead. So we all have to do all the things in balance. So Lord Krishna here said in Garuda Puran it is mentioned excess things will definitely harm to our body, and very low things will surely harm to our body. We have to work all things in balance, in systematic and rhythmic manner. Fever due to imbalance of the air. If the air is imbalanced, then fever will happen. In this the symptom one gets are cough, cold, body swelling, and general lowness of the body and mood, and it increase the symptom accumulate. One also get a pain, body heat, vomit, phlegm formation, and also discharge, bitterness in the mouth, sleeping in the day and not having in the not ha- means at the time of the sleeping the particular person is at the time of the day the particular person is sleeping, and at the night the particular person is not is away from the sleeping. So it means at the during the daytime the particular person is sleeping because of fever, and tongue feels if the burning with the blackish red color is and excess thirst, yellowish eyes, loss of the energy, change in the boil and routine. Means loose motion and constipation will happen in the fever. This is mentioned in Garuda Puran. Seriously, these are the symptoms of fever. These all symptoms are mentioned in Garuda Puran. How the advent of the fever shows up, and first it is a manifestation by a way of increasing the body temperature. Body temperature will definitely increase at the first initial stage, and with the loss of the mental metal, flood of air mixes with the phlegm present in the body, and it produces a cold, and it mixes with the body bile, the feeling of the body heat, discomfort. Fever is high, Fever is high and rather sharp in the first case. In the means at initial time, fever will surely high, temperature will definitely high, and as compared with the second, and many times a fever loss in the body and doesn't come down quickly enough, and that it makes a quite debilitating and troubling. So at the sudden, at the initial time or initial phase, the fever surely become a high, and it is very difficult. Many times fever comes due to change of the weather, such as a manifestation does not last overly long. At the time of it, internalize and become a preserve. Then it gives a great deal of inconvenience and discomfort and takes a long cure. Fever of long duration weaken all body system and produce a mind irritability. Irritation will happen. The mind will become means flexible, and the mind become unsteady. So this is all about fever, and it's all about the constitution is sound, and one can better counter of all infection and their case. Therefore, adopting a healthy way and let one strength in the constitution and strengthening the immunity. Therefore, one should let the fever come down and of its own, should not attempt, and that is relive in the hurry. And fever also affect the bowel, and that produce other secondary problem. Heavy food are productive of more toxin in the body. So during the fever we don't have to take a heavy food, we have to take a light food like a rice, like a khichdi. We have to take, this is mentioned in Garuda Puran. Because if we take a heavy food, then it will definitely disturb our bowel system. And in the case, let one conduct unto the body as a body constitution warrant, and takes a medicine food as well as the body inclined. And if it is otherwise, body does give a visible indication. There are the regimens of food and herbs and medicine which address the body toxin, and it should be given due to importance in the good upkeep of the one's health and wellness. When bile and phlegm perversions happen in the body, there is a pain in the spine and fever abiding in bone marrow, and preservation of the air produce a quite painful joint pains. The varying extent of the fever and the pain high and the low, the different time of the body is quite long staying, and it takes long in curing. So air and phlegm based fever so of the quite fast and cure also quickly enough. We have to maintain the body fluid. If we can maintain a body fluid, then we can easily maintain the fever, we can easily get a treatment of the fever. So this is mentioned in Garuda Puran. In case of low fever, makes a body feeling cold and weakness in the limbs and dryness and increase in the phlegm. There is a oncoming of fever with a jaundice in the body. It's bring a yellowness in the body and urine, and it is very weakening, and its effect are quite long term. And those with a weak side of bile disposition of the body are more susceptible to it. The particular person who are very weak to weak side of the bile disposition of the body, that particular person will surely get a jaundice as well as particular this kind of fever. And also sometimes you feel fever in certain specific part of the body. Most often it is a phlegm based which has a different degree of the imbalance in various body system. Generally, bone and marrows lodged fever are more troubling. Bone marrow like a fever will definitely get a body pain. Our joint pain we will get, bone marrow pain we will get. So this kind of fever is very dangerous to our body. And as a fever wanes, progressively delusion and debility and tiredness reduce, and also pain goes away. Sometimes it leaves with a ulceration in the mouth, with the high degree of the precipitation increase, and in the increase in the hunger and of feeling. Sometimes we will get too much hunger because of the fever, and sometimes the hunger will be dry. So this all are symptoms of fever. And there's the treatment is also mentioned. We have to maintain our body, we have to take some kind of herb in order to maintain our body temperature as well as the air we have to maintain, inhale as well as outhale air we have to maintain. Because of these all things we can get a fever. So this is mentioned in Garuda Puran. And we have to take care of our food. We have to take a food in balance, not excess and not very less we have to take. Otherwise we will get a fever, otherwise we will get a disorder. All the disorders are only and only because of the imbalance of the food and as well as the sleeping cycle. So thank you so much. I hope you all can understand. For having any question, any doubt, then please put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe.